How important is it to get tax reform done in terms of the business confidence that this would provide?
Well, look, I think Americans all across the board want to see comprehensive tax reform because what it means is it means better jobs, better wages, a stronger America economically. So for businesses, America's businesses, and certainly for manufacturers, it is a critical agenda item that we want to see get over the finish line.
And it looks like the market's anticipating this, or they're hoping for it, at least according to a new report you guys have.
Absolutely. So we released our third quarter survey of manufacturers, and what we found was the strongest three-quarter average in the entire 20-year history of the survey. 91% of manufacturers, on average, have a positive outlook, and it's all based on this thought that we're going to get tax reform done in this country for the first time in 3 decades.
All right, so they got to get it done, right? The Republicans have to get this done. What happens if they don't?
Well, look, first of all, I would say Republicans and Democrats need to get this done. If it goes down a partisan path or not, I don't know. But the bottom line is this. Americans, regardless of their political affiliation, or whether they're not affiliated at all, want to see Congress get things done. This one issue is the key to our economic success in the future. It's our key to maintaining our mantle of economic leadership around the world. We cannot get this wrong.
All right, let's get into the weeds a little bit, right? Because the president had initially said a 15% corporate tax rate.
And we were very supportive of that and still think that's the right place to go.
Now he's essentially said, though, 20% is his red line. How do you feel about that?
Well, I'm glad it's a red line, and I'd like to see some efforts because the meat of this plan is being put together. So I'd like to see that rate come down perhaps a little bit further, the effective rate. I think we can get there because let's face it, the lower the rate is for businesses, the more money they can invest, the more people they can hire, the more options there are for raising wages and benefits. And in fact, that's the other thing our survey said. 2/3 of manufacturers said if we get aggressive tax reform, they will invest in new plants and equipment. 2/3 also said they'll hire more workers.
All right, but we got to pay for it somehow. State and local tax deductions, what are your thoughts?
So I think when you're talking about the quote-unquote pay fors, I think we have to be very sober about this. Nobody likes to see debt in this country. But we've been a country, when we've had times of crisis before, we've rallied around, we've accepted the fact that we're going to have short-term debt to make long-term gain. Look at World War I, look at the Great Depression, look at the Great Recession, look at other times when we've had national crises. This is a national crisis. We have a national crisis when it comes to economic growth in this country. If we don't fix it, we're going to be in bad shape for many decades to come. This is the time to take that on. This is the time to make sure that our priority is a tax system that allows us to grow, expand, and hire Americans and increase and grow the quality of life for everyone.
The final question for you, when we talk about this and when I'm chasing lawmakers on Capitol Hill, the mortgage interest rate deduction, the state and local tax deduction, a lot of disagreement on this. Is it a non-starter? I mean, is there's too much disagreement that it's going to prevent tax reform from getting done?
I think the agreement is that everybody I talk to on Capitol Hill, and I don't care what political party they are, they want America to succeed. This will help America succeed. There's going to be trade-offs. There's no doubt about that. And that's something that lawmakers are going to have to work out. But the bottom line is this. We have got to have very aggressive and bold tax reform, tax reduction for America's businesses so they can hire and invest in America once again.